Urgent update. You don't want to miss this news. Be the first to know about this big news about the Las Vegas Raiders. Before we continue with the news, I want to count on your help. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, it will make all the difference for us to continue bringing you everything firsthand. Here, you will always be up to date with every move the team makes, so your support is essential. Thank you very much, and now, let's get straight to the news. Raiders bet big on veteran CB with history of injuries in bold move. The Raiders decided to take a chance on a well-known name, but one that is full of uncertainty. Eric Stokes, former Green Bay Packers cornerback, had a career marked by injuries, but his experience in the NFL and the fact that he was a first-round pick still generate interest. Now, Las Vegas will see if he can regain the form that made him an intriguing prospect in the draft. According to NFL.com's Ian Rappaport, the Raiders have agreed to a one-year, $4 million contract with Stokes. The deal comes on the heels of Green Bay locking up Nate Hobbs to a hefty contract to play in the slot. The Raiders' move suggests the franchise is looking for more depth and options for its secondary. Stokes has struggled significantly in recent years. After a promising rookie season in which he played every game, injuries have plagued him in 2022 and 2023. He started last season on the active roster but lost his starting spot after just 5 games and has failed to regain his spot even when Jaire Alexander was sidelined. Despite that, one thing Stokes has always stood out for him is his speed. At the 2021 Combine, he ran the 40-yard dash in an impressive 4.25 seconds, a factor that could prove crucial in Pete Carroll's defensive scheme. The veteran coach has a history of turning defensive backs into valuable pieces within his systems. Names like DJ Reed, Shaquille Griffin, and Rick Woolen have all enjoyed success under his guidance in Seattle, and the Raiders are hoping Stokes can follow a similar path. However, the 26-year-old cornerback will have his work cut out to prove he can still be a reliable piece of the defense. Stokes' career was derailed by a serious Lisfranc injury that halted his development in 2022. The following year, he suffered a hamstring issue that he said was caused by overcompensating for the foot injury. In total, Stokes has been placed on the injured reserve list 3 times since that incident. Pro Football Focus initially viewed Stokes as a promising talent, but his production has dropped off significantly. In 2022, before the injury, he was no longer among the top 100 cornerbacks in the league. In 2023, he ranked just 74th among players evaluated, playing 588 snaps over the course of the season. Stokes' departure from the Packers comes at a time when the franchise is restructuring, and they may even consider parting ways with Jaire Alexander. Meanwhile, Nate Hobbs will take on a crucial role in Green Bay. In Las Vegas, Stokes will compete for space with Jack Jones, Jacorian Bennett, and Decamarion Richardson. His experience as a cornerback on the edge means he won't be a direct replacement for Hobbs, but he could add depth and versatility to the group. Now, it remains to be seen whether the Raiders' gamble will pay off or whether Stokes will continue to be a talent overshadowed by his physical limitations. Raiders find Spillane replacement at much lower cost. The NFL free agency period has begun, and while some teams made big moves on the first day, the Las Vegas Raiders took a more cautious approach. New general manager John Spytek secured a new contract with defensive end Malcolm Kuntz but saw some of the key players on defense depart. Robert Spillane, Trayvon Moehrig, and Nate Hobbs all found new homes elsewhere, leaving holes in the Raiders' defense. To compensate for Moehrig's departure, the team quickly came to terms with safety Jeremy Chinn, a solid addition to the secondary. However, the linebacker position, left vacant by Spillane's departure, remained unresolved for much of the day. But as midnight Eastern Time approached, Adam Schefter announced that the Raiders had signed former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Elandon Roberts to a 1-year, $3 million deal. While Roberts doesn't have the same status as Spillane, he comes to Las Vegas at a much more affordable price and could still add significant value to the Raiders' defensive scheme. During the 2024 season for the Steelers, Roberts played nearly half of the team's defensive snaps, totaling 46 tackles, including 5 for loss, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble. His impact could be particularly felt on the ground, where his physicality and play-reading skills could help the Raiders' defense become more solid. While he's not an every-down linebacker like Spillane, Roberts could end up being a more effective tactical fit. Last season, Spillane was often the target of opposing aerial attacks due to his limitations in pass coverage. This shouldn't be a problem with Roberts, who should be used primarily to reinforce the defense against the run game. The signing of Roberts, however, does not completely solve the problem of depth at the linebacker position. With the departures of Spillane and Divine Deablo, the team still needs to look for more reinforcements to strengthen the sector. However, considering the cost-benefit, Roberts represents a great investment. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham has already shown that he knows how to get the most out of his players, and this could be another case where an underrated name could surprise the Raiders' defense, just like what happened the last time the team bet on a linebacker from the Steelers. Leave your opinion in the comments now. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive the latest news from the Las Vegas Raiders firsthand. See you soon.